Hi, hello everyone. Today, 1 year anniversary, Russia war against Ukraine. Russia, 24 February 2022, launch a full large-scale war against Ukraine. And Russia make war crime, terrorism, genocide against Ukraine. Targeted rocket missile firing civilian Ukrainian infrastructure, forcibly deportation of Ukrainian children, kids. Russia killed near 100,000 Ukrainian people, and Russia occupied Ukraine territories. This war, Russia war against Ukraine, it's one of the biggest challenge since Cold War. Challenge against war against international community, world, global order, and Russia, permanent member of Security United Nations Council, violation human right, international humanitarian law, and violate international law. But despite all the difficulties, Ukrainian people so brave, fighting against Russian aggression. Ukrainian people resist and defeat Russian attack. Ukraine President Zelensky, despite this all the difficulties and some Western countries, your other world leaders, world countries, calling him and proposal for him evacuation, but President Zelensky reject evacuation, and he said, and President Zelensky said legendary quote, said that I don't need a taxi or some rate of car. Reject evacuation. President Zelensky stay in the country and said that I need the ammunition, weapons for defend, protect my country against Russian occupation. And President Zelensky stay in the country, stay in the Kiev in the critical time. And Ukrainian people, Ukrainian army, Ukrainian civil society, very huge historical showing solidarity and fighting against terrorist occupied state. And during the 1 year, world amazing change, and Ukraine people, Ukraine state, Ukraine civil society changed the world, and Russia so much isolated and so much depend by China, and very hard sanctioned by European Union, United States, and Western countries. And last week and this early week, so much successful for Ukraine. Ramstein meeting in 14 and 15 February, NATO meeting, countries decide to increase support for Ukraine, and last Munich security conferences world leaders said, I'm carefully listening all world leaders and speakers, experts, and I so much support, increased support Ukraine, and only Ukraine decide or his own future. And early week, Monday this week, Joe Biden, U.S. President, surprise visit of Kiev, Ukraine, and I read inside information of details of story Joe Biden visit of Ukraine. Actually, secret services and Pentagon against and trying prevent Joe Biden visit of Ukraine because cannot give security guarantee for Joe Biden. But Joe Biden said no, I have a planning visit of Kiev, Ukraine, and strong messages and practical support for Ukraine. And morning, all the news coverages in Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and Telegram, and other social media published information and unexpected, certain surprise visit of Joe Biden of Ukraine. And Joe Biden walking Kiev street, meet with President Zelensky, and Joe Biden said that Putin and Russia, Putin with his team, very wrong, very so much wrong mistake, miscalculation. Russia think that Ukraine is so weak, and Western countries so divided, but it's a very great mistake. It's a strategical mistake because Ukraine united all the international community and NATO NATO and allies, and united more than ever. And Ukraine civil society, Ukraine state, Volodymyr Zelensky and team, Ukraine opposition, so much unity, and also NATO united, of course, and Russia so much strategical mistake. And Joe Biden also said that Russia economic is so bad, and so many, maybe more than 500,000 Russian and especially youth leave from country because there is no future, there is no any perspective for Russia development, and Russia economy suffering. And Joe Biden in visit in Kiev announced new military package helping for Ukraine, and after Ukraine visit, Joe Biden speaking in 21 February Poland capital Warsaw after visit Kiev, Ukraine. And also one of the important thing, 20 February Joe Biden visit in Ukraine, not only 1 year anniversary of Russia full large-scale war against Ukraine, and also 9 years anniversary revolutionary of dignity, of honest, of Ukraine revolution, and also 20 February and 21 February Russia attacked and start of occupation of Crimea, and 21 February Biden's speech in the Poland. Actually, Joe Biden announced by message to the world, and 1,000 grafted Polish people welcomed him and listen and watch his talks. He's actually announced 21 February 2022 announced new world order, and Poland and Ukraine both countries change the world, change global geopolitically, sociologically, economically, as a militarily, politically, change the world as both countries. And Joe Biden said that a visit in Kiev and Warsaw actually said that Poland and Ukraine new trusted partners and allies of US. And Joe Biden said that US continue protect and leaders of world global politics and global world order. And also Joe Biden announced a new global world order system, and we now entering and becoming to new world. And Joe Biden last minute speech in Poland, Warsaw, he's a welcoming of children, kids. I mean, he's a shake hand and welcoming with stake with Ukrainian, Polish, and American and other world children, and clear the signal messages that actually they said that these kids and new generation of actually the government and controlling this new generation and new youth actually is a new face of running this new world order system. And Ukraine and with Poland actually new sunshine leaders of the world. And because Ukraine not fear and not not give up, not failing. Ukraine free, independent, sovereign country, so much strong, so much Ukrainian people brave, and Ukraine return of actually the human being, moral values, freedom, liberty values for world. And Poland hosting more than 1 million Ukraine people, Ukraine refugees, and Poland huge crucial role for humanitarian, political, and economic hub for helping in the Ukraine. And Ukraine and Poland new next leader of European continent, and succeed actually France and Germany, because France and Germany against US domination, and much more interesting of cooperation with India, China, your African countries, but against US domination. But Ukraine and Poland, also both countries so brave, and actually I mentioned that again, a new leader of Europe and new leader of the world with US. And during 1 year of this war, time of Russia start war against full large scale war against Ukraine, I so nervous, but I'm sure, but I believe that Ukraine stay not failing, Ukraine keeps strong, and I defeat Russian attack. And I'm sure, I'm 100% believe that Ukraine win this war. And also so many Azerbaijani people in living in Ukraine, Azerbaijani origin of Ukraine citizen, fighting for Ukrainian army, served in Ukrainian army, so, and Azerbaijan so much participated of working in volunteer Ukraine civil society, and I think that after and Ukraine and Azerbaijan relation always good and great. Glory to Ukraine, glory to Ukrainian heroes, in doesn't matter in inside, in abroad, Ukrainian diaspora, and I glory to glory to Ukraine, glory to all heroes, and Ukraine win, and Ukraine winning, and world is changing in Africa, changing in Asia, changing in Latin America, situation in Latin America, changing to Arctic, change to